The Assegaaibosch Pass is a steep, narrow and twisting gravel road which is located on the P1661 route between Van Wyksdorp and Calitzdorp. It's frequently mistakenly called the Rooiberg Pass, and with good reason too, as it forms the western section of the much bigger Rooiberg Pass, the latter which is separated from the Assegaaibosch Pass by a substantial plateau. The pass is just 3 kilometers in length and displays an altitude variance of 178 meters, which converts into an average gradient of 1 in 18. We filmed this pass from east to west in the descending mode. The road bends sharply to the right and heads immediately towards the first hairpin bend of 160 degrees. With the heading now into the south-southwest, the gradient remains steady at 1 in 20, revealing lovely views of deep valleys and a distant ridge of jagged mountains. Be careful along this section, as the drop-offs to the left are completely unguarded and very steep. This section lasts for 500 meters, where a sharp right-hand bend is reached at the 800-meter mark. Slow right down for this bend as it's deceptively sharp, plus it has some negative banking, so it's quite easy to lose it here. Immediately after the bend, the terrain becomes less steep as the road heads west over a small plateau via an easy set of S-bends. Once through the S-bends, the end of the level section is reached and the gradient once more steepens to 1 in 20 as a second S-bend has to be negotiated. A second small roadside quarry is reached at the 1.4 kilometer mark, and a road sign warns of a steep descent, followed quickly by a hairpin bend sign. At this point, the road suddenly steepens to a gradient of 1 in 5, and the hairpin bend appears at the 1.6 kilometer point. The turning arc of this bend is extremely tight, and the road swings through 170 degrees as it aligns itself with the west face of the next mountain spur. Once through the hairpin, the road narrows down to single width only. This northeast running section lasts for 350 meters and is comfortably the most dramatic section of the pass, with near vertical drop-offs on the left and steep cuttings blocking the views to the right. At the 1.9 kilometer point, the road swings sharply to the left into a double apex horseshoe bend. Once again, this bend requires a reduction in speed to 20 kilometers per hour. With the heading now directly into the west, the descent continues via a series of easy curves as the road follows the side of the main mountain. The gradient remains quite steep here at 1 in 7. A wide right-hand bend at the 2.2 kilometer mark takes the heading back into the north as the road heads into a side ravine where the final hairpin bend is encountered. This left-hand hairpin is also very sharp and turns through 160 degrees. Once through the final hairpin, the direction settles back down into the west as the descent continues fairly steeply via a series of soft S-bends. Remain in a lower gear and use engine compression to save on the overuse of brakes. The road now descends constantly towards the Assegaaibosch River, which is crossed via a concrete culvert. We issue a word of caution on this river crossing. Should the river be coming down in spate, be extremely careful before crossing, as strongly flowing water can easily wash any vehicle off the road at this point. The turn-off to the right before the bridge takes you to the beautiful Rooiberg Lodge, which is 1.5 kilometers distant.